Hi, I'm Eric, sous chef at the Marliave, and today I'll be going over the scallops we have on the menu. Right now is seared scallops with a mushroom, wild mushrooms and sweet pea filled ravioli. We make all our pasta fresh in house. For this dish you'll get 3 raviolis on top of the 4 scallops on a bed of mushrooms. So first thing we start by doing is we have our pans heated. It's a 3-pan pickup. I need 1 pan of brown butter for my scallop ravioli. I need a pan for the scallops, and I need one for the mushrooms. So I have some good heat on my pan. I'm going to take my oil, get it in the pan. The pan is smoking, it's good to go. So now I'm going to take my wild mushrooms, spread it throughout the pan so I can get a nice sear on it, not cause it to steam, to get out the flavors of the mushroom. Right now we're using black trumpets, oyster, lobster, and chanterelle mushrooms for our mix. So let this cook down for a second, then we're going to add some garlic, shallots, mixed herbs of rosemary, thyme, and oregano, salt, pepper, deglaze it with wine, hit it with mushroom stock, and mount it with butter, and that'll be our bed for underneath the scallop. At this point, I'm ready to add my garlic, shallots, herbs, salt, pepper, shallots, herbs, salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic. And I want to cook that in, develop some of the flavors for a second. And at this point, I'm going to hit it with some wine to deglaze it, to get all the flavors stuck on the bottom real quick. And this is when I add my mushroom stock. Let it cook down, and then I'm going to throw some butter to make it turn into a sauce. Now it's time to cook our scallops. We take in U10 scallops, meaning for every pound there's 10 scallops. So I'm going to season my scallops, and it's important to season the scallops as you're about to pick it up because salt draws out moisture, and we are trying to achieve a nice sear on the scallops. So moisture and oil don't go well together, so at this point, make sure they're dry. Our pan is nice and hot over here, and I'm going to put my scallops and cook it down on one side. Get a nice sear on that one side, throw in some butter, and baste the scallops. While this is going on, I'm watching my sauce in the pan for the mushrooms, waiting until it gets to the right consistency before I add the butter. And over here, this pan is for my raviolis, which gets brown butter. As soon as it's brown, I'm going to turn off the heat just so I can get some of that nice nutty flavor onto the scallop pasta. I can start to see it's already turning brown. I'm going to throw in a little bit more herbs. And then my 3 raviolis. Now the raviolis are all set for the pickup. At this point, I can see that I need to add butter for my mushrooms. Add some butter to make it into a sauce. And at this point, I need to move my scallops around so that I can keep achieving a good sear. Because as it sits in that one spot, it's developing water, and the water is hitting the oil and causing it to steam rather than to sear. At this point, I'm going to turn down my flame a little bit and watch the sauce come together. And now I know I need to add, that's all set, that's a nice sauce. I have a good sear, so I'm going to add butter in this and baste my scallops. I'm going to move my scallops to the top of the pan so I can have a motion of like this. And here we go, that's how you baste. And by this, you're slowly cooking the scallop on the other side. You don't want to develop another sear on the other side because it can tend to get rubbery on you. So we're slowly finishing the scallop by the hot butter, cooking it slowly on the side. And then I'm going to flip it over and baste my seared side. I have a nice sear on all my scallops. I'm going to finish basting it. I'm going to take it out of the pan so I don't get that fat on my plate and make it greasy looking when I finish. And now we're going to plate. We lay down our bed of mushrooms. Nice sauce has developed, the mushroom stock and the butter has combined to make our sauce. And we put down our bed of wild mushrooms, Looks great with the chanterelles and the lobsters, and the black trumpets. And you can see that it's kind of glossy looking. That means the butter and the sauce has coated these mushrooms well. And you just have a little bit of the sauce coming outside around the mushrooms. And then you're going to lay down your scallops. And your pasta on top to finish. Parsley, and this is the complete dish.